guys, so today's video is going to be my August favourites. I have quite a few things to talk about today, but mostly sort of experiences and things that happened. August is always a big month, not just because it's the summer, but there's lots of birthdays. It's mine and my mum's birthday, and we always seem to visit family and things like that, so quite a bit has gone on, so I'm going to jump right into it. As always, I will start with the makeup products. So let's start with the one face product I have, and I mentioned this in my last haul. This is the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in Soft and Gentle. It is a really beautiful peachy pink gold blush powder, I would say. You can use these in multiple different ways. I just tend to use it as a blush, and I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can tell, but it just gives a really nice sort of sheen, that like champagne sparkle. So it's just a really nice summer product to give you that little bit of glitter and glow, or if you want to wear it in the evening. I just wear it every day to work and I really like it. So that has been what I've been wearing on my cheeks this month. I then have 3 lip products. The one I've been wearing overall the most is the one I mentioned I think in my last video, and this is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Mousse. This is in the colour Death Valley, and this is what I've been wearing pretty much all month. And it's a very light sort of nudie mauve colour. And to be honest, it's not what I'm wearing on my lips, but it is very comparable. It's just a smidge lighter than this colour, because I did go and get this shade, which is, what are you called? Desert Sand, which as you can see is a little bit darker. So Desert Sand's what I'm wearing at the moment. This is just a smidge lighter, more of a paler lilac almost, but these I've been loving. They go on really nice and smoothly. These two are matte and they just feel really sort of like moussey when you put them on, and then they just like last pretty much all day, whether you're wearing a lip liner or not. So I've really been liking those. And then the other sort of recent favourite has been a lip gloss, and I'm not usually a lip gloss person. Like, I'll wear liquid lip products but not usually a gloss, and I got this for my birthday from my best friend and I love it. This is by Urban Decay and it's one of their Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses. It says Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss. Not sure on the shade. It says, oh, I think it's called Beso or Bezo. So that's what it is. But it's a really gorgeous berry colour. Smells really minty. It's got almost that like lip plumping effect when you put it on, and it is that glossy colour that I just absolutely love. It goes on really nicely. It doesn't feel too like tacky when you're wearing it. If you're looking for a gloss that's just nice and smooth and moisturising, this is really nice, and it's in a colour that I absolutely love. So that has been my other sort of lip product that I've been wearing. So that is all for makeup this month. The next thing I will show you is an electronic, and this is something I never thought I'd get into, but Darren actually sort of like ordered it this month, but we got it through like our Sky package, I think, so you're like paying like £10 a month for it or so. And it is a Samsung tablet. Now, we've never had an iPad or anything like that. I never really felt the need for it. Obviously I have my iPhone, I have my MacBook, and I've been happy with that. Ideally this is for both me and Darren, but I've been obsessed with it this month. So it comes with the little pen, and this was just the case that it came with. One of the features I love is that you can do like colouring in and drawing, as example of my nice little flower here. So I will show you that feature more in a minute. But I've just been loving using it, not only for watching YouTube, but Netflix, things like that. Darren has downloaded an app called Showbox, which allows you to get like loads of different programs before they're out here in the UK. So I've been watching the last season of The Big Bang Theory because I missed it when it was being shown here. But they have tons of different films and TV shows that you may not get here in the UK or might not be out yet. What sort of films have they got on here? So the latest Men in Black, you've got Aladdin, I think I saw Toy Story was on here, just a ton of different films and things, and yeah, so I've really been enjoying it. I've been playing a couple of games. Like I said, there's this Pen Up app which is part of it, and you can do all sorts of cool things on it. So you can do like colouring in, you can do like live drawing, so you can learn to like draw all these different types of things. I think it's going to be really good for the plane. Not only can you download things offline through Showbox and Netflix, but I've got like this colouring app. And then the games, I did download The Sims, not been as obsessed with it. The other one I've been obsessed with is called Homescapes, which is that one there. And basically you are a butler trying to fix up his childhood home. Let's turn that down. So basically his parents have let the house go to despair, and you need to, oh for goodness sake, you need to acquire all these coins by playing this game. You know, it's the one where you have to like move 3 in a row to get things, and then when you get like the coins you can help renovate the house basically. So that is the game that I've been playing on it. But yeah, really been enjoying this. Darren hasn't really seen much of it. It's definitely become my newest obsession. So whilst we're talking about TV and films and things, I finished the last season and the last episode of Orange is the New Black, which I put off for quite a while because I knew once it ended, that was it. And I was really quite emotional in the end about it. It's definitely, I feel like we've been on a journey with all these characters, and certain things that happened in the last couple of episodes were really sort of quite like heartwarming and also quite like saddening, but overall I really enjoyed it. And if you've not invested the time in Orange is the New Black, I would suggest it. Give it a couple of episodes to start with, just to sort of get into it, but you do get some really great character developments throughout and some storylines which I really enjoy. And I liked at the end how they also revisited a lot of characters you maybe hadn't seen in that season, because they'd been moved into a different prison. So some of the characters you saw very early on in the first couple of seasons was sort of brought back, and you got to see a little bit of what happened to them in the end, which was nice. A film we watched this month was Coco. I know we are probably like the last Disney obsessed person to watch it, but we sat down and finally watched it this month and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really nice storyline. I love like Mexican history and culture, and the whole Day of the Dead thing, and I thought it was really interesting. Usually I'm not like a Halloween, ghost skeletons type person, but I really enjoyed it. They had that sort of Disney cutesy element to it, and I thought the actual storyline was quite good. I did slightly predict the ending, but nonetheless I did enjoy it, and I thought it was a very good film and definitely worth the hype that it had. I read quite a lot of books in the month of August, and I will do my separate full wrap up and review on them, but I thought I'd just highlight the 3 that I enjoyed the most this month. These are all very different, so hopefully you can find something to add to your to be read shelf. The first one is The Prison Doctor, and I did finish this slightly before August, but I thought I'd include it anyway. I did mention it in my birthday book haul and gave it a very brief review then, but it combined my 2 favourite things of like jails and prisons, and then also the healthcare system, and I found it really interesting to see what it's like being a doctor working in a prison. She works in both male and female, and seeing, you know, how everyday life is for her. So I really enjoyed that one. The second book I read was The Truth About Keeping Secrets by Savannah Brown. This is more of a teen YA book, and it's about a girl whose father dies in a car crash, and she's dealing obviously with the grief of that, but also she's convinced that someone set it up and was out to get her dad. Her dad was the local therapist, and one day this girl who's in her year group shows up at her door and basically says that she was seeing her dad for therapy, and they sort of build this friendship over that. It was really sort of twisty and turning. I really quite enjoyed this book despite it being a YA book, but I did fly through this book. And then the third book I read was The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. This is probably one of my favourite books that I did read in the month. So this book centres around a woman and her family, and it goes along the premise of one day police turn up at her door and say that her mother-in-law has died. It appears to be at first hand a suicide. They knew she was going to die at some point from breast cancer, but when the autopsy came back, it found that it maybe wasn't a suicide and that there was no cancer at all. So it throws you into a million different questions. How did she die? Who or what did she die from? Why was she covering up and making up this story about having cancer? And you flick through the daughter, so Lucy, and then also her mother-in-law Diana, in past and present, and you get to know sort of both their sides. And I really liked Diana, the mother-in-law's character development. At the start she seems really quite harsh and very like strict mother, but as the book goes on she sort of softens a little and you can understand where she's coming from certain things. And I really liked her relationship with her and Lucy and how that developed as well throughout. So 3 books there that all were very highly rated this month, so hopefully there's something in there that you'd be able to enjoy. I have 2 pairs of shoes to show you, and then I think that's everything for actually showing you things. So both of these pairs of shoes I got from Office, and this one has a bit of a funny sticky residue on it from the sticker, lovely. But this is the first pair. These are sort of more of like a dressier sandal. So they're like this nude colour with these gems. It'll be interesting to see how long these gems stay on for, but I think they're going to be really nice, especially on holiday when you want a little slightly dressier outfit shoe, but you don't necessarily want to wear heels. So I've been wearing those lately. The other pair, which I think are going to be my like Disney parks, theme park shoe, and these are in Office Girl, which is like their junior sort of line, but it goes up to like a 3 or a 4, and it's these sandals. Obviously you can tell that I've worn them already, but they've got this sort of like pleather detail on them. These pretty much are what I've been looking for ages. I love the design of them. They're super comfy. They've almost got that cushiony Birkenstock like footbed, but you don't really have to break them in as much as Birkenstocks, which is what I like about the Office brand. So yeah, I got those as well, and definitely going to be wearing those a lot on holiday. So finally I want to end on some things that happened this month. So obviously it was my birthday, so that was really nice. We had quite a bit of family come and stay with us just before August and then during August. So Darren's brother came down and brought his very adorable little niece down, and I just like fell in love with her. I loved being an auntie, and it's definitely made us very broody for a baby. She's just super cute, so that was really nice to have them stay. Like we went to the zoo and things like that, and it's nice to do local things as well that maybe you wouldn't necessarily do just on a day-to-day basis. So we did that. Another thing that happened was we went alpaca walking, and I will insert pictures from any of these events if I can, but For my cousin's birthday, she wanted to do alpaca walking, so we went and did that, and I loved it. I love alpacas, but it was just such a therapeutic experience to go and walk them, and we got to feed them and we found out tons about them. There was a couple of little baby ones there, and as you can imagine, I was taking all of the selfies with them, and I just really enjoyed it. And then the last sort of memorable thing I got to mention, I'm probably forgetting something anyway, but we went bridesmaid dress shopping. One of my best friends is getting married next year, and there is going to be me and 2 other of my friends being bridesmaids. So we went and picked out those dresses, and we're all super pleased with them, and it's just very exciting to be sort of on a different end of a wedding but still have like playing a part in it, which is really nice. So yes, can't wait for that next year, but that was a really nice thing that we got to do this month. The last thing and final thing, I promise, is actually something that I'm wearing that I want to show, and I'll insert a clip. It's the trousers that I'm wearing. But really, I'm loving this whole outfit today. So my top is from Gap, and as you can see, it's got these gorgeous like velvety sleeves with like, they've got like a stretchy hem, so you can sort of like pull them up. Love it. And I've got those tucked into my trousers that I got from Next, and I have been living in these trousers. When it's that weather that it's like slightly chillier, but it's still like summer, you don't want to wear jeans, you want something comfortable, these have been amazing, and I will probably buy another pair before the season is out. I do tons of different ones in Next, and they also do them in petite, which I love, so hopefully you've seen that little cutaway of them. But yeah, I've basically been living in these when I want not to wear shorts, basically. So yeah, I think that's all that I've got to share with you today. Hope you enjoyed this August favourite, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!